We're shaking people, back with another reaction, back with some more Dubstar. And we're going to listen to another tune from their 1997 album, Goodbye. Once again, big shout out to Philip for sharing this, as well as Mark and a few others who've commented on the previous reactions. I am beginning to get a sense over an album and a half or so now. They do have this really sweet spot where they find these bright, or at least illuminating type of sonic atmospheres, and yet the lyrics tend to be a bit more edgy and dark. So I feel like the essence of at least a lot of their tunes has begun to like come into somewhat of a picture for me. So enjoying the journey through their material and beginning to get a sense of that flavor, which admittedly a number of people have talked about in the comments. So it's partly what I'm hearing and partly people who know the group for longer, what they've been saying. So in any case, the next tune on Goodbye is called Cathedral Park. I like the phrase. I feel like this is probably a proper name reference, like there is somewhere that is called Cathedral Park, whether we're talking a park in a more historical sense or a park as in a football ground. But yeah, it makes me think of some specific place with this name. Now, maybe it's not, maybe it's, created for the song, but my inclination is to think that we may be talking about an actual place. Nevertheless, beyond that, I enjoy the juxtaposition of those words. Cathedral, gives you this Middle Ages image of, these grand churches with stained glass windows and crazy architecture and so on. And then a park, which, whether you're talking, a park out in nature or a park as in a, well-kept area of grass, it does speak to the more natural, plants and an environment that is very unlike a cathedral. So I enjoy the simple juxtaposition of the title, and I wonder whether we're talking about a real place. Either way, I'll stop talking and we'll listen to it. This is Dubstar, the track is Cathedral Park, and it's from the 1997 album, Goodbye.
She's writing Cathedral Park.
I'm always mixed about fade out. So at least it was a gradual one. We got to hear that big brass flourish one more time. Yeah, I feel happy that I spoke about what, the feeling that I've begun to get going through the albums, and again, with the insight from Philip, Mark, and others. But because it feels like this was another one, it had this bright, jazz, or like not necessarily jazz, but brassy feel. Like I feel like I'm walking in the sunshine in a park. And yet it sounds like things are complicated. We keep hearing the phrase that, it's like something is wrong, and then like sees him off to work, but he's so useless. And then bottom line, it felt like there was a gap between the sonics of the tune, which were very happy and bright and sunny, and the lyrics. So yeah, I don't know, we heard a specific reference to Cathedral Park, but I don't know exactly what was happening there. Now the first time the chorus went around, I thought she was saying like all the ways to hit me. And I was like, oh wait, so it's like the relationship, there's like domestic violence, but then I'm not sure like that's actually what that line was saying, because then like the next line is like all the things to say, so I'm not sure about the actual chorus. Because again, if like you're thinking someone's useless, it's a different feeling than someone is abusing you, and the negative feelings that might precipitate. But yeah, either way, it sounds like the relationship is not in a great place, which again seems at odds with the feeling sonically of the tune. So not quite sure what Cathedral Park is, or if it is indeed a real park, which I'm still inclined to think it is. But as I said, it sounds like the relationship is off and something is wrong, even though if you were just to listen to the sonics, you'd think everyone's in a happy place. So again, a really cool tune. I'm enjoying this group, even though there's been a couple times where the deep dive has slipped off. But Mark did comment a couple weeks ago, and it sort of put it back on my radar. So we'll keep going through. And once again, shout out to Philip for sharing this and all manner of things. Same thing with Mark, of course. And yeah, we'll be back to it soon. Do let me know what you think. I'll see you then. Peace.